Start chattering. I'm absolutely freezing. I just got off a hour and a half mediumship reading, group reading, and for some reason I'm absolutely so cold. So hopefully I'm not going to turn blue on this video. All right, this is part two of what's in your future. What's holding you back between where you are now and the future that you desire. So the last video we talked about the past and blocks, and now we're going to talk about being right here and going forward. And I read this the other day, and I think this is so absolutely so accurate that most of us cannot conceive of a future that is not dictated by our past. We absolutely, we get so caught up in everywhere we've been that we can't see a different future. So we think, well, maybe sometimes we get a little bit of wishful thinking or magical thinking about like maybe miraculously something is gonna be different. But we really, even in our wildest visions, our future tends to be dictated by the past. And so even when people are able to really say, I want more money, I want better health, I want to step into my gifts, I want to be a spiritual healer, I don't know what I want to do, but I want to be useful, I want to feel supported. Right away, our brain goes, well, I've never been healthy, or I've never been somebody that had a lot of abundance or a lot of money. I've always had to struggle. So see right away that vision of the future suddenly gets all this mud thrown on it based on all of our past experiences. So I want you all to like be aware of that, of every single time you imagine the future, you start to go down that path, and then you pull yourself off of it by that negative downward thinking that is actually only influenced by your past experiences. And the future does not have to be dictated by the past. It just doesn't. I keep putting the future over here in the past back there, but it doesn't have to be dictated by the past. So I'm going to give you a little trick that a friend gave to me, and I love this. Anytime I find myself going down or not assuming that the future is going to be just like the past, like, well, I've only, had this before, so that's all that's going to happen. Snap over your head. You'd be like, negate, 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 wait, and go interrupt that thought pattern. And it's literally like a sort of obsessive compulsive like thing. You're slapping yourself and you're like, wait, I just put all that negative energy and thoughts out into the universe, and I'm going to take it back. I'm going to stop it. I'm going to interrupt that pattern right now. So I think that's just kind of a fun thing to do, but it also makes you consciously aware of how often you spiral downward into negative patterns, into like negative thinking patterns where you're not allowing yourself to step into a brand new future. Other two things that came across recently that I thought were fascinating about this is that by doing that, though, by assuming our future is going to be dictated by the past, it's kind of comfortable. We stay locked in our comfort zone, which as humans, of course, we want to be comfortable, but we stay locked in our comfort zone even when we're uncomfortable. We're thinking, well, this comfort zone that I know, the devil that I know, has got to be better than the devil that I don't know. So we stay stuck here, and that definitely dictates what's going forward. I can promise you, because I've stepped way outside of my comfort zone all the time, the more you do it, the easier it gets, and it doesn't take much. It just doesn't take much to create a future that's radically different from where you've been. So think, though, in terms of comfort zone, how do you feel if your comfort zone was gone and you are left in the unknown and you are left without the past dictating the future? How do you all feel about that? How do you feel about the unknown? What is your relationship with uncertainty and the unknown? Because most of us, it scares us to death. I honor that. I acknowledge that. It really scares us when we think, I'm going to start stepping into the future, but now it's unknown. I can't control it. So we try to control it then by continuing certain behavioral patterns and staying where we are. So we're like, okay, now I can control an outcome. But if you actually get more comfortable with uncertainty and just give it up to spirit and be like, okay, I trust that abundance is my birthright. I trust that I can have a radically different future. I trust, even though, and I'm gonna let the universe figure out how it's gonna bring it to me. So that's another like a big thing, like, okay, this is what I want. I'm going to say what I want, and I'm going to, as soon as I start thinking of all the reasons it's not going to happen, I'm going to be like, no, take it back. I'm just going to tell the universe what I want, and I'm not going to attach to how it comes. I'm not going to say, I want true love, but it's got to be with that specific person. You could just say, I want true love, bring it. I want this amount of money, bring it. I had a friend today just say she's always paid tax, never had a tax return refund ever in her life. And this year was not set to be any different. And she got the call from her accountant being like, you get $2,000 back this year. She's like, what? So you never know where that money is going to come from. Just like ask for what you want. Don't attach to the outcome. Let the universe bring it to you and go with it and trust. Just trust. But the next way that we can really self-sabotage, even when we're down that path, is particular to us. Those of us watching this group because we're sensitive. And there has been psychological studies done that highly intelligent and sensitive people, meaning like emotionally intelligent, mentally intelligent, whatever, but also combined with sensitivity, we undervalue ourselves. We undervalue what we deserve. So we're not even asking, we're not even saying, I want X, because we think we're scared to even ask. We think we don't deserve it. So think about all the insensitive people that are out there. They have a high sense of self-value. But for us who are sensitive, and everybody watching this video is, we tend to put ourselves even lower than most people in terms of what we deserve and what we're worth. So sit with all of that. I know for some people you can just kind of think your way into new behavioral patterns, but I can't. I have to reach out for help all the time. So all you guys reach out for me for help if I can help you in any way. I have started doing a new reading, which is beyond a spirit guide reading, which I hope everybody joins me on March 15th. Space is limited for my group spirit guide reading. That is a way to get guidance for the future. But I also am doing an Akashic Records, deep, geeky, energetic reading about the future, which helps you get into what you want, gives very specific energetic guidance on how to make that future, how to actually craft that future and bring it right into today. And also say it'll give you a sense of how close you are to bringing that desired future into reality. So be aware how much you are allowing the past to dictate your future. Stop it. Unless your past is like amazing, which whatever it is, but it doesn't have to dictate. We can choose something new. So be aware of that. Stop all the self-sabotaging thoughts. Kick your butt out of your comfort zone. Think about embracing uncertainty, and don't undervalue yourself. Reach out for help. I would love to help with this issue. I can't, it pains me to see people staying in a state of, well, just a state of pain, a state of unknowing, or a state of living less than what I can see that you deserve and that you can actually achieve. So when you work with me, I will be pushing you, but you'll get a lot of support along the way. And it really is, it's your birthright. So it does require a little bit of work, but it's amazing. The work that we do on ourselves and getting into our gifts it's fun work. It's life-changing, but it's also really validating on a soul level, and it's the best thing to do. It's not like homework like we had when we were kids. It's good stuff. So I challenge all of you, put some stuff in your crystal ball and take the effort, take some action to bring your desired future right into your current reality. You can do this. All right, reach out. Bye.